Spoiler warning, large parts of Inscryption's lore will be discussed in this video. You've been warned. So, last time we were here, we managed to get the film roll, but we couldn't beat Leshy. This time, a whole lot of interesting stuff happened, including God as a card. But first, I missed some things. Number 1, when you deal too much damage and have extra teeth after you win, Leshy puts them in a bowl. You can spend these teeth at the Trapper's space, where he sells you 3 types of pelts: Rabbit, Wolf, and Golden. They are added to your deck as free cards that have no damage and 1, 2, and 3 health respectively. You can then trade these pelts for high-quality cards at the Trader's space. The largest part I left out was the boss of the third map, who is the Trapper and the Trader. The first life, you fight the Trapper. If any of your cards get caught in the trap, you are then given a pelt in your hand, depending on the type of card it was. Once you defeat the Trapper, the Trader joins, and immediately fills out all of their spaces. You then use the pelts you've collected to buy cards from their side and put them in your hand. After that, it's a fairly simple battle. Now that that's out of the way, let's get back into the game, specifically our winning run. We start the game with 4 cards all of our runs start with now, which is the 3 sentient cards as well as 1 bullfrog. We soon pick up Gregory, a past challenger who has the random sigil, meaning it's different every time, and add him to our deck. After a quick victory in a minor battle, we find ourselves on a Trapper's space. We have very few teeth though, so we take 2 rabbits' pelts and leave. Now we move on to a campfire, which is very interesting. You see, warming your cards at the campfire will make them stronger, but every time you warm them past the first, there's a chance for the starving bystanders to eat your card. So usually, I only warm the cards once, since it's already a significant difference. After this, we want a totem battle. Totems cause each of the owner's members of a specific class to have an extra sigil. This time, all of our opponent's canine cards had a sigil causing them to move in front of cards with an empty space in front of them. We played well and eventually exhausted Leshy of his cards when he proceeded to surrender. Alright, I'll take your surrender. Ironically, the very next space we visited was the Woodcarver, who helps you build the totems of your own. We started with a squirrel head and just happened to get a body that caused squirrels to give extra bones. That totem lasts from now until the end of the game, so it was a very good investment in the early game. Immediately after, we won a minor battle and used Sigil Infusion to get rid of a card we didn't want, and then started the battle against the Prospector. We begin this battle by using a pelt to stop the coyote while attacking the pack mule with a stoat. Unfortunately, I can't stall for all 5 turns, so after a few sacrifices, I have to kill the coyote. Though, the pack mule is forced into the elk on the next turn, so we unleash the cards. But we still want to play minimalistic so we don't lose good cards when he turns us to gold. After that, it's just a matter of summoning our strongest cards and finishing him. We pick up a long elk and move on. On the next map, we got a beehive, and then immediately infused Gregory with that sigil. We proceeded to win a minor battle and picked up a random Kaminsky before promptly sacrificing him to infuse a rabbit's pelt with his sigils. One more minor battle later, and we had to trade away that very same pelt to the trader. But we also got a turkey vulture and a rattler, both of which increased what we can do with our bones, and the rattler we would give extra health at the campfire. After that, we have one more stop at the trapper to grab 2 rabbit pelts and a wolf pelt. Just before we can fight the angler, we accidentally got a pack rat because we had too many items. Now, pack rats aren't bad, but they do not work well with this deck, so it's just taking up space when we draw our cards. Going into the fight with the angler, we drew Gregory, who made the first phase trivial. Unfortunately, Gregory dies as soon as phase 2 starts, but he's replaced by a bee. After playing a studded wolf and a coyote, we were able to win before the angler did anything else. After nabbing the Gek, we went on to the third map. One more turkey vulture later, and we sacrificed the pack rat in order to start with a bone each round. This is where we stumbled upon something interesting. You see, the trial space will give you the option of 3 trials you can go through. If you succeed, you get a powerful card. We chose the trial of bones, from which we needed to draw 3 cards. If the total cost of those cards was 5 or higher, we would get the cards. If not, we would have to move on. The first 2 cards we drew had no cost at all, but fortunately the third card we drew cost 6 bones, clearing the trial on its own. We picked up an undying bat and continued forward. After sacrificing our long elk to improve our stoat, we started a totem fight, which can be extremely detrimental to the run. After a few rounds of rough weather, we decided that the only way to proceed was to place our eye on the scale. With that boost, we finished the battle without losing a life. We chose the magical eye and moved on from that. Then we met with the mycologists. Now, as much as they seem to study mushrooms, their hobby is experimenting on cards. They will demand you give them 2 of the same card to experiment on, and we hand over our 2 turkey vultures. We avert our eyes, and when we look up, there is 1 turkey vulture, who seems to be stitched together, but better than either of the originals. Having committed crimes against nature, we take out a minor battle, mostly due to our newest abomination, and upgraded our bat at the campfire to prepare for the trapper and trader. We started the fight playing a lot of cards on the cheaper side, as those will get us pelts. A few turns in, we end the phase with 5 pelts in our deck. Starting the trader's turn, we can buy out 5 of the 8 cards, prioritizing the cards I didn't want the trader to have. With all the cards we drew, we did 14 damage in one turn, nearly tripling the requirement to win. At the end of this round, we take Ouroboros, the best card in the game. You see, when Ouroboros dies for any reason, it appears back in your hand, permanently stronger than before. And I do mean permanently, including between runs. When you first start the game, it has 1 health and 1 damage. When we found it here, it had 6 of each, and would only grow. The 4th map allows us to choose either items, a trader space, or infusing a sigil. I use this opportunity to infuse Ouroboros with a sigil that causes him to attack 2 spaces, doubling his damage. Immediately after, you find yourself at the cabin space, but before you go in, you get 1 more chance at the trials. But these ones are different. When you succeed at these trials, you get buffs instead of cards. After passing both trials, we started each turn with 8 bones, and when drawing, chose whatever card we wanted as opposed to random cards. At this moment, the final battle against Leshy begins, and, well, he's not in the shadows now. Hey, you look fucking weird. We get a very lucky start, drawing our powerful Turkey Vulture and Gregory. Together, along with a Rattler to attack his creature, they dealt 9 damage, finishing the first phase with ease. We start the second phase with Ouroboros in hand, as he plays cards of past challengers, including a cameo from Not-A-Bear, who not only streams Inscryption, but also gave me the idea for this video. Fortunately, he makes a terrible endgame card, so he's not a threat. We nearly finish the round in 1 turn, but barely miss as he turns our card to gold. This only strengthens Ouroboros, but Gregory and the Turkey Vulture are gone forever. We draw a Coyote to take out the Not-A-Bear card, and throughout the next turn, summon Ouroboros in the bat. Once they're both summoned, we do 9 damage in a single turn and finish out Phase 2. Now, for those of you who have seen Phase 3, you already know it's coming, but there has been a very noticeable background element this entire time. Leshy complains that the moon isn't actually helping him win before taking a picture of it and playing the resulting card. With 40 health, it deals 1 damage to every card on the field. But we actually have a savior. You see, most games would protect their final boss from exploits, but Inscryption intentionally leaves them in. And at this moment, we drew the first card we ever saw, the Stoat. Infused with the sigil of the Adder, any card attacked by the Stoat shall immediately perish, and as he attacks the moon, the card disappears. As the last candle goes out, the entire room goes dark. When it's lit again, it's by a candle on what we can only assume is supposed to be food. When you don't eat it, your screen goes dark. You are once again greeted by Leshy, while you stand in the room where you would usually be turned into a card. His camera is next to you, as he knows there is no film in it, but he is shocked as you pull out a roll of film yourself. He tries to take the camera from you, but it's too late. You take a picture of him, forever turning him into a card on the wall. And, well, I'll just let you see it. Did I get him? That's Leshy. Okay. Okay. I was, worried that he was gonna, take the camera, and it was gonna all be for naught. Fuck. Is that the new game option? After beating the game, it's revealed that Leshy had hidden the new game option in the room where he made the cards. It was never accessible before, but you can now start a new game and erase Leshy's House of Madness. And therein starts Inscryption. You see, that was just Act 1. There's still Act 2 and Casey's mod. But we'll have to save those for another day. We've successfully beaten Inscryption Act 1, and in the last video, I set out to answer a question. Is Inscryption actually good? And by now you should know that the answer to that is a resounding yes. Hey, thanks for watching to the end of the video. This was streamed live at twitch.tv/breadrep, link in the description. I stream daily, and if you're watching this as it comes out, I should be live right now. Come hang out. Leave a comment if you have any suggestions, and like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video and want to see more. See you next time.